Hi, good morning. Welcome to True Moon Tarot. My name is Felicia Marie, and we are going to do a weekly check-in. So we're going to first start with the air signs. So that'll be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Then we'll move on to Earth signs, then water signs, then fire signs. I will have timestamps down in the description box for you guys just to make things a little bit easier. So with that being said, let's get started. We're going to start with Gemini. So sorry, guys. Upside down. No, they're not. Just some of them are because I messed them up. Okay. So Gemini, we have the Queen of Swords. Some of you, I feel like you're very complacent in your actions. I don't think that you're being very forthcoming and honest. Some of you feel very internally motivated to change something about your life, change something about the way that you act, who you are, something important. But some of you are outwardly motivated. You're motivated by people who really aren't that good for you. You're motivated by something that is unattainable is what you're motivated by. And so I think you should take a second look at that, and I think that you should really be truthful to yourself in regards to how you carry out future actions regarding that. Next, we're going to go to Libra. Like I said, guys, I'm going to try to make this really fast. If you want me to dive into it, I will attempt to do that this rest of the coming week. So let's do Libra. We'll do 2:30 for you, Libra. Trying to see if we can keep them all in intervals of 30, because that would be amazing. Okay, so Libra. Messages we have for Libra. Okay, so yours is the World card, Libra. I was actually just getting ready to see, for some of you, you truly have figured out the balance in your life. You truly have figured out at least the balance for you right now. Like, remember, all of us, we have the ability to continue to transform and continue to grow and continue to change into a better being than what we are previously, right? But for you, Libra, I feel like you have kind of found that balance as of right now, between like your work and your emotions, or your work and your home life, or your inner self and your outer self. You truly have come to that. Oh, I just heard determination, which that's not how I wanted to use that, but you really are determined in what you want in life. You go out and you go get it. You don't let people push their own fears onto you. That's probably something that you have actually overcome. You probably was or somebody when you were younger who was very shy or very outspoken, or not outspoken, timid. Outspoken is like someone who talks a lot. But yeah, so I feel like you have a very good balance around you. And it has a laurel wreath on the card. Now, the laurel wreath is hope, faith, and vitality, I think. I have it somewhere written down. I also just saw 444, Libra, so I suggest you look that number up. Look at your master numbers, look at the messages, and then continue to look at the signs as always. Everybody, I'd say everybody needs to do that. Okay. So we're going to move on to Aquarius. We'll do at 5:02. Okay, so lovely Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Excuse me, we have the Tower card. So, for you, Aquarius, I feel like there is a new change in direction that your life is going, right? I feel like it's been hinted at for quite a while. I feel like you have been given signs as to what was going to happen, what needed to happen, the change that needed to occur, not just within yourself, but also within your outside world. And I feel like you had been ignoring that. Like, you really weren't accepting it. Like, you knew it was a possibility, and you were, putting the hints together and putting everything together, and it was making sense, but you just didn't want to see it. You didn't want to acknowledge it. You didn't want to face it. You kind of just wanted to bury it under the rug. And so now, it really has come about, and there's really nothing you can do about it, right? Let's I feel as if it's not really a bad thing, though. Like, you're gonna perceive it as a bad thing for a very long time, and a very long time could be relative. It could be a very long time, like, for you because you have ADHD, so a week is a long time when it comes to waiting on something. But like, when you have something that's like really exciting, or like something you're looking forward to, it goes by like that. But anyways, I feel like this also involves a person or a relationship that's closest to you. Emotions and feelings and perspectives are changing. Whether this person made you feel like this, or whether you made the other person feel like this, you feel very crowded. Almost, you feel like you're kind of walking on eggshells. You feel like you can't speak what it is that's wrong, and you need to get it off of your chest. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to Taurus. I'll probably do an extra video for you, Aquarius. Also, it was the season that we're coming into now, that like the earth as a whole is coming into. We just left Pisces and we're in Aquarius now, so I also feel like that is very significant in and of itself to the world in general as a collective. So we'll probably do a world reading at some point. Which I also kind of find funny because Libra is balance, right? And so the world came out for that one, but then the Tower came out for Aquarius. So it's like the world is, things are coming, karma's happening, everything's basically going where it's going. Magician cards at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're going to go on to Taurus. So this is at 9:05. Okay, Taurus, you are being, I feel like the word is initiated, but not in the sense that we know it to be as. It's more of like you're being confronted with all of the little things that might trigger you, whether that's emotionally, that's physically, like you get physical symptoms, or even just mentally. There are things happening in your life that are trying to prepare you for the next phase. It's trying to prepare you to change your perspective. That way, what comes next, when it really does hit, it's not a huge, I can't think of the word. It's not a huge, it's not a big deal because you've already kind of dealt with said emotions, said situations, said feelings. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like this is also the meeting of something, that the coming together of yourself, right? While this initiation is happening, you're able to understand why you are the way that you are. You're able to kind of evolve and change the way you think about yourself, which then in turn helps you think about and change your perspective out in the world. And it also makes you appear more approachable to others. Okay, we're going to move on to Capricorn. Hey, Ginger. Are you going out or are you staying in? Okay. Capricorn. Well, that was quick. Put those back. Let's see what happened. Lovely Capricorn. One more good little shuffle. Okay, so Capricorn, for some of you, you've been taking stock in the things that you have been doing in your life, right? You've been kind of focusing and working yourself really hard. You've just been going from one dream or one expectation or one duty, responsibility to the next. You've just been work. You haven't really taken time and actually looked at the situation around you. You haven't looked at the circumstances surrounding those responsibilities. Some of those responsibilities, you've been letting them stress you out way too much. Some of them, they really don't need to be stressing you out that much, but you haven't seen how there is help in other places, how there is a way to take some of that stress off, or a way to help yourself, or a way for others to help you, right? You haven't been noticing those things because you've been working so hard. So you kind of need to take a minute, slow down, take a stock of everything, look around, see if there's stuff that's stressing you out at home, like that has to do with your responsibilities. Figure out why it stresses you out. Figure out why you keep bringing it home with yourself. Figure out if there is a way that you can if there's a way that you can help relieve some of that stress off of yourself, because you've got many options around you. You've got a lot of not necessarily a lot of help, but you do have the resources to have help. You have the resources to not be so stressed out and to not take everything as your own burden, right? And I feel like you don't do a good job of delegating, and I think you probably should delegate some more. I saw 15 on your clock, which is also kind of funny because we started out at 11:55 for you, Capricorn, and then I was technically saying that we were ending at 15:15. So interesting. I will look into those numbers as well, which is all about the beginning and change, because 1 and 5 would be beginning and change. So the changing of something, the changing of your perspective, so you can have a new beginning and a new life. Come on. Okay, this is going to be the last one for this video. This is going to be Virgo. So Virgo, what we have for you is this is the beginning of a new chapter in your relationships that are close to surround you. There's a lot of emphasis on something new coming in, something grand. It's something that you've been waiting on, but you're not expecting too much. You just really want it to be more of like a friendship first. You want it to be more of a friendship. You want it to be more of something where you get to know somebody and you truly get to become one with that person, right? You truly are together. It's something that for you that's what you want. But I think you're not looking at the right things and working for the right things and working towards the right things. There's something that you're not really paying attention to. See this one little rose, poppy, whatever? I feel like that's something that you're not paying attention to. That's kind of like your light in the dark, right? There's things that you need to take stock in, and you need to look at the relationships that are closest to you, figure out how you are helping those people and how those people are helping you. And I don't mean helping in like a selfish way. I mean, what do you bring to the table? What morality, what healthy relationship habits do you bring to the table? Things like that. We are going to end this for now, Virgo. I'm sorry I got distracted at yours. I will try to do a separate reading for you, so you can have a better reading. So I apologize. Anywho, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week.